since our last meeting, if you had a chance to notice and watch the mind, let's see if there's any comments or realizations about the mind and its tendencies that you may have noticed over since our last meeting, or even right now. What have you noticed that there's a tendency of the mind, habit of the mind, quality of the mind that either you weren't as keenly aware of previously, or you have a greater appreciation that it's not really efficient or not helping me here in the present moment, not helping me be here more squarely in the present moment?
Well, over the break, I spent a lot of time consistently each day to focus on my breathing into my pelvic floor, and then holding my intention there. And I was astonished, and continue to be astonished, at how little I'm able to separate the intention of my focus from my automatic, habitual following the breath then. So the idea of kind of splitting, being aware that I'm exhaling while my intention stays at the bottom of my pelvic floor is a work in progress. And so I'm better able now, but it's taking an astonishing, this puppy is very determined to go off the paper. Mm-hmm. But then right now, and this has been a great exercise. I had no sense of, certainly past, present, future, yes. And I certainly wouldn't want to say that I'm where I want to be, but I'm much more likely to be able to be in the present. Before, I was always in the future, jockling back and forth between the future and the past. But when you said, where are you? I went to, where is my mind going? Like, what part of the world, I guess, is it sort of in my immediate environments, or is it, in the neighborhood or the planet or whatever? So this idea about where is my center of gravity is sort of like the other exercise. And so it's just really neat to realize when I shift from being located in my body to being located in my head. Like that is, anyway, thank you.
Yeah, just becoming aware that there's a difference.
Exactly.
It's tremendous.
Exactly.
And you become keener and more keener in your refining your awareness to notice the difference in the feeling and the difference on the impact of your energy, impact of your chi. So that's what will be further happening. That couldn't happen until, so that's a major, you could call that a major, revelation or breakthrough. Noticing sometimes my energy or my mind is up here, sometimes it's as opposed to being in my body.
Yeah.
Just noticing that distinction, that there is that possibility of distinction. Continuing on is, and you might even ask yourself now, or, I'll ask it and you can answer it within your own mind. And there may or may not be a sensed answer right now, but there will be. Being in your head has a certain quality, a certain essence of energy. To put it really simple, it's either a dissipating energy or it's a consolidating energy. And there's other flavors to it as well, again, as you're ting or as your sensitivity develops. So being in your body is one feeling, being in your head is another feeling. Developing the awareness to sense the difference is huge. And therefore you start to be able to intend and manipulate that energy and where it is more consolidated. Just a little quick aside, little detail in there. If I tend to be up in my head or in my body here, so all of a sudden I'm now aware that, okay, there's a difference. Sometimes I'm in my head or up here, sometimes I'm in my body. And when I'm in my body, I'm only about down to here.
Yeah.
That's not down deep in the body. That's why the Dantien, that's why the Dantien is such an important tool. It's the center of gravity of the center of the body. And so it's a useful tool because it's the center of body. But there's other interesting reasons why the Dantien or the lower Dantien is such a useful tool in working with the mind and body. So becoming aware, okay, I'm in my body, and that's different than being in my head. But actually, when I'm in my body, I'm only in this area. So noticing how that feels and noticing that maybe, you know what, I can't even get lower than that. It's like just this darkness from here down, or I just can't push my mind any further. So that's a great awareness. Mm-hmm. So we become able to mold and adjust, just like working with the clay, the artist working with the clay, mold and adjust our energy and our body. And noticing how unconscious we were previous to having these awarenesses and abilities, awarenesses and intentions. The intention eventually can make the change.